'cause you make me, 'cause you.
Hi, I'm Emmanuella Grace. I'm a voice coach that's based in Melbourne. And I've done a few tips for you on how to find your voice for Australian musician. Check out the videos, and if you have any questions, feel free to post. Let's talk about finding your expressive identity. One of the main parts of my job as a voice coach is supporting people through their creative and expressive journey, wherever it is they might be in that process. So here are some tips that my clients have told me were really helpful for them. Number one, start with a goal in mind. Identify, clarify, and review it regularly. I really encourage people to keep a diary or a book where they make those lists, for 1 month, 6 months, and 1 year, for example, of things that they'd really like to do, or things that they can see would be useful steps in the process, and then review it. Allow yourself dabble time. Take away any pressure. Give yourself a week, a month, 6 months, a year to go and try everything as long as it's legal. And explore, play, come to it with a really fresh mindset and no expectations. Work out what it is that you really want to do and what it is you really like, because then you'll feel motivated to invest energy in pushing through the times when perhaps it's not quite so easy. Remember, it's a process. Review your goals and learn from that process, and be where you are at that moment in time. So don't worry about the mistakes you've made in the past, and don't worry necessarily about where you've headed. When you're in the moment of creating music or creating an expressive endeavor, be there, be in that moment. Revisit and challenge what it is you think you wanted. What you want now might not be the same as what you want in 6 months' time. And that's where the book comes in handy. You can go back and go, oh, I've achieved this, and I actually don't care about this anymore. And in itself, that's an affirming act. Remember that your perspective will change, and be okay with that. Aim to have music in your daily life. And that means that if you don't get time to set aside time to practice, it's okay, because throughout the course of the day, you've done things that are supporting your process of becoming a creative creator. So that could be, integrating your tongue exercises or a few scales into brushing your teeth. It could be doing warm-ups in the shower. It could be doing relaxation breathing exercises in those moments before you go to bed. Find things that you're already doing and then integrate things that are going to support your singing or support your self-expression into those things. Music is a process. There will be different stages. There will be days when you're really, really good, and other days where you feel that you're not as good. Understand it's part of the process, and nothing is absolute. Tomorrow it will be different. It's dynamic. Challenge your fears. Just because you feel scared doesn't mean that has to be the end of the process. You can acknowledge your fear and move forward anyway. And remember, it's not being brave if you don't do it when you're scared. And most of all, remember these two things. If you don't get an audition, if you don't get a gig, if you don't get a job, it's for one of two reasons. One, you weren't what they were looking for, and there's nothing you can do about that. Or two, you didn't prepare, and that's your fault. Go prepare. And that's all. I hope you find those helpful.
You gotta get lost to be found.